everybody, it's Kristen. Welcome back to my blog. Today I am going to do a very special segment. I am making homemade mousse, chocolate mousse, one of my favorite things. I do it a really simple, easy way, so let's get started. Oh. Okay, so I have here 300 grams, which I measured out to be about, what was it, almost 2 full cups. I think it was 2 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips. And then I have here, I measured this out to be about 200 in one bowl, and so about 400. It's just roughly over 400 milliliters, I think. And so basically what we do here is we take both of these over here. Usually I would do this in a microwave, but I don't have a microwave with me right now, so I have some very hot water I just boiled. I'm going to put it in the pot and put this glass bowl. If you can see, the bottom of the glass bowl is just touching the bottom of the water. Actually, I might put a little bit more in there just because. There we go. And so basically what you do, you put your chocolate chips in. And your cream. It's whipping cream, by the way, not just any kind of cream, because we are going to whip this eventually. I need my whisk. That's a good thing to have all the time. So I'm just going to turn this on the back burner, because it's the one that's hot already, onto a lower setting, just so it keeps the water hot. And now is the fun part, where you just get to sit here and wait until the chocolate melts in the cream. And because the cream is cold, just out of the fridge, it's going to take a little bit. Okay, so we are on go now. So I'm going to take this out of here, hot. So you want to be careful because the water is boiling hot. So basically, you just stir it till it's nice and thick. You can see when I'm whisking, you can see the whisk marks in there. So this is perfect. I didn't mention, this is called a ganache. Just in case of those of you who are wondering, yeah, that's what ganache is. It's so simple to make. It's a big complicated word, but don't be afraid of it. So now I'm just going to take this there. So we need saran wrap down here. So basically when you make ganache, with what I'm going to do with it, I mean anytime you want it to cool, unless you're going to use it for hot on, you can use it hot, a lot of people do, but what I'm going to do, you take a lot of it, actually, not just a little bit, and you put it right down so it's touching the top, because otherwise, when it cools, it will crust over, and you do not want crusty ganache. It's gross, and it's gross. This is literally one of my favorite things to make, because it's simple, it's quick, and it tastes so delicious. And you know, it's perfect for Valentine's Day, for those of you who might not have a lot of time to whip something up, and you still want to cook something, go to the effort, or look like you've gone to the effort, more appropriate for your Valentine. Or like me, I don't have a Valentine, I'm completely fine with that. I just make it for me. Or in this case, I have one of my very good friends here, who's also being my camera woman. Thank you. And now we take this, and first of all, you just set it aside, because it's hot. You don't want to put hot in the fridge or freezer. So you just set it aside and let it cool, and we will resume in a moment. Hi everybody, we are back. My ganache is nicely cooled. Very nice. It's thicker. So one thing about this, you can leave this in the fridge for up to 15 hours, depending what you're going to use it for. I left it in for, oh goodness, I think it was about 1 hour I left it in for. And it's just enough to cool it because we don't want it really thick. If you leave it in for a long time, it'll thicken quite a bit. And you can use it for icing or whatever. Or you could just melt it a little bit again, and that helps. But I want it just enough. So first we're going to whip this. Okay, this is interesting. So we're just whipping this cream first because I don't want to cross-contaminate quite yet. Okay, there we go. We have our first batch of whipping cream all done up. I'm going to. So, this is just regular whipping cream without any sugar or anything. We're not going to put sugar in it at all because the chocolate is really sweet and it'll kind of balance out the chocolatey taste. And now we're just going to whip this up to nice stiff peaks. Perfect. So, as you can see, the chocolate lightens, the color of the chocolate, I guess, lightens in color because everything's getting really mixed together now. So I'm just gonna, So it's not a real stiff peak, but that's okay because we have the other and it's so now we're just gonna kind of fold this all together just to make sure it's nicely mixed up because some of the chocolate does stay on the bottom a little bit, and so it's darkened in color now that I've done that, which is okay. And now you just actually, I am going to, because I have a little surprise, I'm going to put a little bit of this plain white in a bowl because I have a special use for that. I think, yeah, just a little bit. You don't need a lot. But, and then just going to take this and now you just fold this in. Now you could do this with store-bought Cool Whip out of a tub, but I find it tastes better with home whipped Cool Whip because it's not as sweet. So you just, not too rough, but nicely folding it in, making sure it all gets melded and yummy and good. So you can see it's thickened from quite a, it's a nice, you can make nice peak with it. So now we're just gonna set that all to the side, and if I can, we are going to put a little bit, because it's Valentine's Day, we are just, I don't know, just gonna make this a little bit more romantic looking, I guess. I'm going to use this. It's, this is Wilton Christmas Red Gel coloring. Normally I use regular liquid coloring, but I'm not in my own place today, so I'm using what I have here. So we're just kind of making this a little bit more romantic colored and nice for Valentine's. I'm not one, usually I don't celebrate Valentine's. I don't have a Valentine. But this year I have decided to celebrate it anyways. Because what's wrong with celebrating love even if you don't have a Valentine? I have a Valentine anyways. His name is Jesus. We all know that. So, that's all nice now. You can see it's nice. It's a pinky kind of red color, which I love that color. It's pink, for those of you who don't know, is my favorite color in the whole entire world. And it probably always will be. So, I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have 2 cups, and now comes my favorite part, piping it into the glass to make it look all pretty. So, I'm just going to take some of the mousse and stick it in this Ziploc bag. Usually I use regular piping bags, but I don't have them here with me, so it's just as easy to use regular Ziploc bags. They work just as good for what I'm doing. So, we'll put some more in. It might get a little messy, just so you know, so that's okay, because you can just eat as you go. It tastes really good. Really good. So, I'm just going to cut 2 little slits in opposite directions, kind of like an X, hoping that it makes a bit of a kind of piping tip. Okay, I need to let some air. Make sure you don't have a lot of air in here either, because that's not good. You don't have to Ziploc it, but I do, at least the part where there's a lot of chocolate. And now you can just pipe it into your cup, make it nice and full. Put some more chocolate mousse in here. It does get messy, so don't wear your nicest outfit doing it, or wear an apron over your nicest outfit. I took it off. I should still be wearing it, but I'm not, so I guess if I get this outfit dirty, then I will just have to wash it a bunch. It doesn't have to be the nicest piping job in the world. Usually, for those of you who know me, I like to strive for perfection with my cooking. It's a curse sometimes. But, I don't know, I just like having my food look nice. And, okay, that's nice and full. So, we have a lot of extra chocolate mousse left over, which, hey, there's nothing wrong with that, because sometimes I just eat it right out of the bowl. So, okay, my hands are an absolute chocolate mess, but that's okay. Now we're going to put the pink in here. It'll be a little bit cleaner because you're not using a whole bunch. So, get creative. That's, cooking has always been that one way I can create. So, get creative, be you, do you when you're cooking. Have fun. That's what I say. Have fun when you're cooking, because cooking is supposed to be fun. So I'm going to get all the air out of here. I'm going to cut Yeah. Not too big, not too small. I'm gonna push all the whipping cream, pink whipping cream down. And there you go. Yummy, easy, chocolatey mousse. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week.